him upon a journey into the unknown, where mystery, fear, and terror lurk in every shadow. Each time we bring you a story, a tale that will inspire or chill you to the bone. They're gathered from the darkest corners of the world, from the deepest depths of the human mind, to the unexplored regions of the supernatural. You may meet ghosts, demons, monsters, and witness horrors that only the bravest can endure. So turn down the lights, come with me, your Silver Scream teller, and prepare yourself for a journey into the unknown. We warn you, it may be too terrifying to listen alone. Mark, a young and ambitious journalist, stands alone on a desolate platform, peering at an old and rusty train that's supposed to be decommissioned for years. But there's something unusual about this train that has been gnawing at his mind for weeks. He's determined to find out what it is. What is this train doing here? It looks like it hasn't moved in years, he thinks to himself. Mark jumps onto the train and begins to explore. The carriages are empty and eerily quiet, but Mark presses on, following the winding corridors until he reaches the end of the train. This is it, the driver's cabin. He enters and looks around, but there's no sign of anyone. What is this train for, and what is it hiding? Suddenly the train lurches forward, throwing him off balance. The engine roars to life, and the train starts to move. Mark tries to leave, but the doors are locked, and there's no way out. What's going on here, and who's driving this train? As the train picks up speed, Mark realizes that something is terribly wrong. The scenery outside is a blur, and the speed so intense that he can barely breathe. This train is moving too fast now. I have to find a way out. He searches the train, but every door is locked tight. The train hurtles through the night, and his fear grows with it. What kind of train is this? Who built it? And for what purpose? As the train rushes on, Mark begins to see visions of the past and the future. All jumbled up, he sees the horrors of war and the birth of new technologies. But he can't make sense of it. None of it all. This train is a time machine. Who built it? What was its purpose? Questions riddled his mind. Suddenly the train comes to a halt, and Mark is thrown forward, hitting his head. Upon waking, he's in a strange and unfamiliar place. What's happened and where am I? He asks himself. He looks around and sees a world that's both familiar and strange. The air is thick with fog, and the sky dark and foreboding. This isn't the world I know. What have I done? As Mark wanders through the strange and twisted landscape, he begins to realize that he's trapped in a world that's beyond time and space, a world of unspeakable horror. Who's controlling the train? That's the only question that mattered now. And as Mark tried to find his way back home, he discovered the dark and twisted truth about the timeless train and the forces that controlled it. He realizes that he's not just a passenger on the train, but a pawn in a game that's been playing out for centuries. I have to find a way out. I have to break the cycle.